Yo, how we doing, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the best one-shot kill Hauer class setup. Now in my previous Hauer class setup video, it was more of a two-shot kill setup for the base maps in the game. A lot of the base maps are a little bit larger, except for maybe Crossroads Strike. But Nuketown is a whole nother story, like I said in my previous video, so I did make an updated best class setup that I want to give you guys really quickly. So this is the class I run on Nuketown pretty much. I have my double shotguns with Lawbreaker, and then I run Ninja, Flak Jacket, and then Ghost or Gung Ho. I usually flip-flop back and forth, but typically I'll run Ghost. And yeah, so in my two-shot kill setup, I like to run the Infantry Choke, obviously, because it widens your pellet spread and makes it easier to hit somebody, and you never have to hit them more than twice to get a kill. But if you want a little bit tighter spread, I would recommend not running it, and that usually will help you get your one-shot kills. But my two main go-tos is usually the Infantry Choke or the Agency Choke. The Agency Choke really decreases your effective damage range by quite a lot, almost 20%. So I do tend to avoid that one and just go with this one. Now I'm not usually ADSing anyway, so the Infantry Choke really isn't that useful to me, but it's just the best one to run out of all of these. There's really no other ones I care to use. But enough of the muzzles, let's go ahead and move on to the barrels. Now I have said in my previous videos that the 21-inch reinforced heavy is better than the Taskforce, and still, after extensive testing today on Nuketown with a friend, I cannot decide which one's really better. There is a tiny bit more range on the reinforced, and the fire rate really can help you out, but the range really isn't that much better than just running the Taskforce Barrell with the damage increase. But I will say that the increased damage does make it a little bit easier to one-shot people at close range, because you don't have to hit as many pellets or be as perfectly accurate on target to do enough damage to kill them. So that's really the difference. The range is honestly about the same. You're not going to notice much. You really have to decide if you want a 5% better fire rate, or if you just want to have a little bit easier one-shot kills up close to where you don't have to actually hit them center mass all the time to get a kill. So I'm still stuck between these two barrels, but right now I'm running the Task Force, just experimenting with it. Still can't really decide. Either one of these though is going to be good. You're not going to notice a huge difference between either one. And yeah, now let's go ahead and move on to the body. There's really nothing else I find better than tightening the hip fire accuracy as much as possible. I really never ADS with this gun, so I run this attachment here because it has the highest hip fire accuracy increase, and its only penalty is ADS time by 8%, which is really not noticeable, and like I said, I never ADS anyway. But yeah, the rest of these attachments are pretty useless. They either increase hip fire accuracy less than this one, or they do reveal distance, which is just pretty useless in general, especially on Nuketown. And that brings us on to the magazine. The 8-round 2 mag is the best one to run for obvious reasons. I don't even know why there's a con of reload quickness. Obviously, it's going to take you longer to reload 8 rounds than 5 or 6 rounds. So, I mean, your reload speed is the same. You might as well just have more ammo. And now the stock. In my previous video, I was talking about the no stock a lot, and I do still like it, but I've pretty much exclusively switched over to the marathon stock, mainly because of the increase to your movement speed. That is just so invaluable, especially if you're rushing with a shotgun and trying to cross the middle of Nuketown where everyone is camping that line of sight in their house and stuff. It's just the best one to run by far. You do get a minor decrease to your hip fire accuracy, but we're still getting a net positive buff due to our laser sight. And yeah, that's pretty much the stock that I always run now. It's really good in zombies too, so marathon stock's the way to go. And yeah, that's going to wrap it up for the best one-shot Hauer class setup. This gun is not the most amazing one-shot kill weapon. Don't expect it to be like a MOG 12 from BO4 or anything like that, but it is pretty fun to use on Nuketown, and because it's not super overpowered, it's pretty satisfying to get some good plays with. So let me know if this class works for you guys. More shotgun content on the way, as well as some other commentary, so stay tuned, and I will see you guys in the next one.